The bounce theory. The bounce theory is a very super important theory because it prepares yourself to buy ticket cost and KSB volume. You know, what you need to know about the bounce theory is that what we need is to earn in volume, right? We need to earn in volume. Earn in volume, ticket cost or KSB. Ticket cost or KSB, right? So we need to buy before the ticket cost even appear on the chart, before the KSB appear on the chart. So to prepare yourself to do that, to prepare yourself to buy, to earn in volume ticket cost or KSB volume, you need to use the bounce theory. Bounce theory will help you do that. So it is very super important. And the bounce theory is that when on daily, the price bounce on a setup daily, you move in 1 hour. So you do the time frame skipping by 2 meters, and then you buy the volume ticket cost, and KSB by entering on Tenkan inverted. That is for when you want to buy the double volume ticket cost and KSB. So what I mean by that is that if, for example, you have this Tenkan setup, right? On daily, you go on 1 hour. When you go on 1 hour, what you need in 1 hour is to earn in volume, right? You want to earn in volume. So you want to be earning this ticket cost and this whole KSB at the same time, both of them. So to do that, you need to enter when Tenkan inverted start there, and then you buy this Tenkan inverted so that you can let the position go toward the upside and earn in volume, earn those in volume. And then you can enter on SSB inverted to start earning for KSB. Like for KSB, for example, for KSB, let me take another example on another time frame. I want a bullish market. Let us take, for example, this daily setup on Kijun. So when you go on, so for example, for this case, you can actually enter on SSA inverted or SSB inverted somewhere here, so that you can actually earn this whole KSB volume, right? KSB volume. So the bounce theory helps you to prepare yourself to enter here, so that you can anticipate the volume and end that. And then lastly, you can enter on Kijun or SSB for the ticket cost push on H1 to earn the ticket cost push. For example, you see this ticket cost push, right? Ticket cost push. This one is a push. This whole one is a push, right? That is a push. But to earn that, you need to enter at SSB H1 here, right? At SSB H1 before the push appear, the push trend appears. So the bounce theory is about to entering before the ticket cost appears, before the push appears. So that is the bounce theory. The bounce theory will prepare you to earn in volume. So now, when the most important question that we will be answering during this bounce theory is that When the price bounced in a daily Tenkan setup, what happened on H4 and H1 in that zone? When do you continue selling and when do you start buying? In the Tenkan upward, in the daily Tenkan bended upward, inclined upward, when Tenkan bounce on those when the price bounce, okay, when the price bounce in a daily Tenkan zone that is bended toward the upside, we observe on TS1 and TS2, meaning H4, we observe in H4 and in H1 the last bearish continuation of Tenkan setup 345. Then ticket cross is very wide. Then a wide ticket cross, okay, a very large ticket cross. The last bearish continuation of Tenkan 345. The Tenkan bended toward the upside, okay, and then the Kijun bended toward the upside, and the ticket cross toward the upside. So the most important thing is that, right, we have a question. We have a super very important question for the bounce theory. The bounce theory question, the most important question is that you have a Tenkan daily bended toward the upside like this. The price is moving toward the upside and the price touches this Tenkan daily, right? This is a Tenkan daily, a daily Tenkan, right? A daily Tenkan. Inside this box, what are you seeing on H4, meaning on CS1? And what are you seeing on H1, meaning on TS2? So what are the elements that you see what are the elements that you see, right? That will prove you that this price, this Tenkan will stop the price to go to the downside. So it will give zero probability for the price to go to the downside. And then it gives at the same time also 100% probability for the price to go to the upside. What are the what are the what are the elements that you need to see also on H4 and H1? What I said in this document is that you go on H1 and H4, what you will be seeing for the last bearish continuation, meaning that the price will keep going down, but it will give signs of last false movement. What does it mean? It means that if this one is the daily setup, like this one, and the price and now you go on H1 or H4, what you will be seeing inside will be last bearish continuation to the downside before an uptrend. What you will be seeing is that Tenkan H1 or H4 will be bended like this. Okay. So well, yeah. Tenkan H4 and H1. What we will be seeing will be Tenkan bending down, and you will see setup number 1 of Tenkan toward the downside, setup number 2 of Tenkan toward the downside. So the price will keep falling, even inside the zone. Setup number 3, right? And then from the setup number 4, the price will not create lower lows again, will not create any lower lows. And then the price will start moving up. And then you will be seeing a TK fat, and that will be on H4 and H1. So those are the signs of ending of the correction, the daily correction toward the downside. Like setup 3, 4, 5, Tenkan ticket cost being very large, and Tenkan inverted going toward the upside, and we will even see a ticket cost going toward the upside too, right? So that proves that the daily zone that was at this level will make the price go toward the upside, and then you can buy with confidence. The reason why we are looking for what happened on H1 and H1 is that you need you need three verification, three verification, three check to prove yourself that the zone will work. For example, you have a daily H4, H1, right? On daily, you see a zone or a setup, right? That's what you see. But if you don't go and check, like you see a zone, a setup, like Tenkan is bended toward the upside, and then the price comes and touch Tenkan. That's what you see on daily. But seeing that only on one time frame is not enough. What if you don't see the same another confirmation factor on H4? If you don't see another confirmation factor on H4 and another one on H1, then you are not doing a triple check. Even banks, even banks, when you want to borrow money, they are doing triple checks, right? Even banks, right? Banks, when you want to borrow money, what are they asking to you? First of all, they're asking your identity and your location, right? Secondly, they're asking what? Your income statement for the last 3 months, right? Because you come to borrow to the bank 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, and the bank doesn't want to lose. The bank want to make sure that when you take a risk to borrow money, the money will come back. So it's the same thing in trading. In this position, right? In this position on daily, you will be putting, let us say, $100, $100 of your money, and that is a risk. But for the risk to have a return on investment, because every return on investment starts with a risk. For a risk to have a return on investment, you need to do verification checks, like the bank. The bank will ask you your income statement. It will ask you also, how do they call it? Le garant. On appelle ça les garants. The counterparty. It's not the guarantees. The people, if you like, it's not guarantees. Is I wanted the English name of the people. If you don't come to the bank and give this money, if you don't go back to the bank and give this money, they ask people for guarantee, like people that they can arrest and put them in jail if you run away with the money, or they can locate them and they can pay it for you if you don't give back the money. And they also ask your what you have at home. If you have a house, what are the elements in your house that you have, like the chair, the TV, the fridge, the home, the like, so that if you don't give back the loan, they seize all and they get back their money. So it is a risk for them to give you 100,000. But since the human is like the human is, it's not all human who are honest. There are people who just want to abuse on other people, right? So what you need to do is what you need to do is what they do is they check boxes where if where they are sure that the risk that they take to to give you a loan, they can make it back. They think in risk ROI at the same time, like risk ROI at the same time. So you need to think like a bank. That's how a bank make an investment. That's how a bank make an investment, because when they give you a loan, they will ask maybe 3% percentage. Like they will ask like when you give back, you will not give back 100,000. You will give back 110,000, right? So they are making actually a return on investment on it of 3%. You see, but they secure their risk. They make sure that you cannot run away. They cannot lose their whole money. I think you got it. So you need to think. You need to also anticipate in your income, your return on investment, or your risk, because you are risking $100 a year. You need to anticipate the return on investment of your risk. Be prepared that the risk bring a return on investment. Because if you put 100,000 as a risk, $100 as a risk, maybe your account is 10,000 like this. And $100 is how much? 1%. Yeah, 1%, I think. It's 1%. So if you are aiming for a risk reward of 1, so your return on investment must be 1. But you need to, for the return on investment to exist in your bank account, to grow your account, right? You need to do verification checks on more than one time frame. Yes, you are in a daily zone, but what must you see as more more verification element that confirmed you that the daily zone will work? What do you see on H4? What do you see on H1? Those are the things that you must see. That is what you must check. That's what you must verify. Like a bank, the bank doesn't only check one thing. It doesn't only check your location and your ID. The bank want to know if you are working, if you are doing like for taxi or small job, an entrepreneur, or an employee, or if you are a business owner, if you have ability to give back the money, even when you want to date a girl, when you want to marry a girl, her family asks you what you are doing, what you are doing in life. Are you earning money, and can you pay the dowry? So do the same thing. Don't just look at a zone, and then you rely on one zone. You need to check. You need to do the triple verification. So that's first of all the first thing about the bounce theory. The next thing about the bounce theory is that the summary of the bounce theory is this. The summary of the bounce theory is this. You will have a daily zone here like this. You will have a daily zone. The price can come to the downside, making lows like this, touch the zone, like flirt with the zone, then start going back up. Okay, that is the first option. And Tenkan will be bended this way. So Tenkan will not be inside the daily zone. And this Tenkan will be the Tenkan on H1 or the Tenkan on H4, right? So this price will be a price of on H1 or H4. H1 or H4, right? And the zone will be a clear daily zone. So the first option is that the zone is just touched by a wick. The second option of the zone is that, no, let us finish with the first option. So when you go on TS2, when a zone is touched by a wick, when you go on TS2, right, you do the time frame skipping by 2 method. You are on daily, you go on H1, for example, you will see that the price has touched Tenkan 1 time, Tenkan 2 times, Tenkan 3 times before touching the zone. And then the TK fat is large like this. And when the TK fat is large like this, it gives, what does it tell you? That the zone will hold the price, and the price will go back to the upside, and then you can start buying and then make 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 you earn in volume, because at this level you will see Kijun bending below Tenkan, and then the price goes to the up toward the upside. That's the first option. The first option where the zone is just the flirt, the price flirt with the daily zone. The second option is that the second option is that you have a daily zone at this level, this way. You have a daily zone like this, and then the price go down, enter inside the zone, and then start bending toward the upside this way. So Tenkan will be going like this and then go back, go back up. Okay. So this zone is a daily zone. This Tenkan is an H4. This is an H4 Tenkan, right? H4 Tenkan or H1. So this price is also H1 price or H4 price, right? So, but in this case, the first touch, the second touch, and the third touch are deep inside the zone, deep inside. So it has penetrated the zone inside. So in this case, this one is not a flirt. This one is not a flirt. It is not a flirt inside the zone. It doesn't flirt with the zone, but it penetrates. It goes deep. It goes. The price goes deep. Penetration of the zone, and it makes you think that the zone will not hold, but the zone will hold. So that's the second overview of a bounce theory. The zone is big, the price penetrates inside, it keep going deeper, 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 deeper. So at the beginning, what you will be seeing Tenkan and Kijun being still skinny, but at the end, you will see Kijun staying flat and creating a, a ticket cross inside the zone like this, right? So that's a penetration zone of the bounce theory. The other one was the are we saying penetration in English? Yeah, penetration. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Mm. It's very, 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 a very, very, very sexy word. Oh, okay. Anyway. So, so the zone will keep penetrating. That is exactly the same idea, actually. By the way. So, those are the two big overviews about the bounce theory. So now let us look at each type of setups and 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 analyze it and check out each setup work. So first of all, let us start with the setup that we call the air above the fresh ticket cross, but in red candle rebound. What do I call? What is that type of setup? So what are we seeing on the chart? On the chart, you need to see the air the red candle bounce. I mean these candles. I mean the price move to the upside, then go back down. Games and touch this zone, right? There is this red candle at this level. Then the price move again to the upside, go back down, come and touch the high of this red candle. So that's the red bounce. So we have this high and this red candle high. So anyway, what is happening is that we also have also this one. So at this level, when the price come back close to this level, right, like this comes and touch this what I call red candle bounce or red pullback, right? The new price will drop down, touches this these candles, okay, after breaking a V breaker. Okay. So what I will be doing is let me remove the zones. I'll just place the V breaker there, the V breaker like this, and the V breakers like this. Sorry, not this one. All right, so let me put back Ishimoku. First of all, those candles must be above Tenkan. So you see daily Tenkan is moving to the upside, and those candles are not touching Tenkan even once. The first time that we touch Tenkan is there above. So the red candle bounce happened above Tenkan. They are created above Tenkan, and then we are on daily. The direction of the pushes of the trail will be upward when the red candle bounce. When the red candle, the new when the new red candle bounce on the red candle on the left without touching Tenkan, the Tenkan that is above ticket cross and stays above ticket cross. Without touching Tenkan, I will just stop it like this. So this is a new candle, right? It came back and bounced close to this old candle. This is the old candle, this is the new candle, the red candle going down, back down. So where are you entering for buy? Where are you entering for a buy? You are entering for a buy on a touch of a daily red candle on the left, on the resistance on the left, like resistance support. Daily red candle on the left, support. When the descending candle, when the descending new red candle touch the daily red candle on the left as a support, then draw an horizontal line that pass above the top of the wick of the red candle on the left support. So support. So what I'm saying is that the new candle is this one, this red candle. It is going toward the downside. That new candle is going toward the downside, and it will come and bounce above this red candle. So what I'm asking is you draw an horizontal line this way that pass above the wick of the old candle on the left, this one. So this is the old candle, red candle on the left. So the new candle will come back and touch and bounce here and go to the upside. go down and then bounce, go to the upside. So the question that I'm trying to answer now is that where does the continuity begins and where does it end? So the continuity begins here. This is the beginning of a continuity of this uptrend Tenkan. It begins at the bounce on the support of the left candle resistance here on this support line. That's where it begins. That's the beginning of the continuity to the upside. And where does it end? It end at the take profit. The take profit will be the V breaker on daily. So it ends where? It ends when the candle will cross this V breaker. So what I mean is it start here, right? And then the continuity start here, so for a buy, and ends at this V breaker at this top of the wick. So it also end on H4 Tenkan inverted, or after on H4 after the setup 345. So let us look at it a little bit closer. So the continuity of the uptrend stops at the V breaker. It means that all of the price that is here above is the end, the beginning of this continuity. Like BC is the beginning of the continuity. Now EC here above is the end of the continuity. So what you need to do is that when I want to go on H4 here, when you go on H4, what will you see to confirm it? Because on daily, you normally take the entry here at the beginning. That's where you enter. At the beginning, you place your stop loss below this V, and then your take profit will just be a little bit above the V breaker this way. Okay. So what do you see on H4? On H4 at that level, what you see is this, is that the end of that continuity on H4 is after setup H4 number 1, setup H4 number 2, Tenkan 1, Tenkan 2, and then after the V breaker. And then the end is on Tenkan inverted, but the price will have been so much down. Okay. And what do you see on H1? What do you see on H1 at this level? At this same level, when you want to enter there and on H1, what do you see? Because as I told you, we are doing a triple verification check. What we see on H1 and H4. So for the entry, what you see on H1 is what? You see, first of all, H1 SSB setup. H1 SSB setup. SSB is one of the deepest trend, and you see a Tenkan fat. Then you see a TK cross toward the upside. So you have all of the confirmation of an end of the trend that will start reversing on H1. And then that's where I then said you start seeing the TK cross on H1. So you need to be prepared to enter at SSB setup on H1. When you go on H1, you enter SSB setup so that you can earn this volume, this TK cross volume, or this KSB volume on H1. So you enter here on H1, you go toward to the top side. So after this V breaker above, after this take profit V breaker, so your take profit now will be every candle above the V breaker. So every candle above this week, above here, the candles that are above here are take profit candle. If a candle is below this V breaker line, this blue V breaker line, those are not take profit. You are just wasting money. You are just losing money under the carpet. You need the take profit is the candle above the V breaker, not below the V breaker, not on the V breaker. The candles above the V breaker. That's the take profit. That's the number one principle that you need to remember. Because Tenkan inverted has not yet even started. So what you see on H1 for the entry, you see an H1 SSB. And for the take profit, you see H1 Tenkan inverted. So where do you enter now for a reversal? You enter, where does the reversal start and where does it end? That's the question. That's the question. It starts, the reversal entry start on daily V breaker sales. So the reversal entry, when you say that you want to take a reversal entry, you need to go on daily V breaker. The reversal, we are on daily, this is the V breaker, right? We entered normally for the continuation here, and the take profit was all of those candles. Now the take profit transformed himself and as an entry for a sell. Now there's a transformation. Take profit becomes now an entry, but now for a sell. We had here entry for take profit. Now we make it an entry for a sell. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. After the V breaker of Tenkan Daily, go to H1 and sell the Tenkan inverted. Or H4, sell the Tenkan inverted. Okay. Also, if H4 has Tenkan inverted or Tenkan set up 345 above the V breaker. And then the take profit will be the red candle daily because the price will hit Tenkan daily very late when Tenkan cost will be a little bit large. Or another take profit will be Kijun daily, Kijun H4 or SSB H1 Tenkan daily, maximum Tenkan daily. So the first take profit is this red candle, this one, this red candle. The first take profit will be this red candle because the price will start falling from here to enter on the setup of this book pullback. So that's the first take profit because you are on a air red pullback. So what you see on H4 is that the take profit of the reversal, at that level is you sell here and then you take the take profit on Kijun on H4. On H4, you see the take profit on Kijun like this. That's what you see. That's what you see, the take profit for the reversal. So you enter here, you can go back on, you can go on 5 minutes here to time your entry, and then you take profit on Kijun H4. And on H1, what do you see for the entry on the reversal? Where does it start and where does it end? The entry for the reversal start on Tenkan inverted and it ends on SSB on H1. So this Tenkan inverted there and this SSB there. So you got something like Tenkan inverted and you got something like SSB at this level. Okay, that is what you see on H1. So you see that H1 helps you earn in volume, earn this ticket cost volume. You see this ticket cost volume. you have entered before the ticket cross volume appears. So you enter in preparation of the ticket cross volume, and it's the ticket cross volume that make you earns actually the money. You earns in volume. So now I think we did H4 already, because when we go on H4, when you go on H4 for the same setup, what you must see on H4 is that the direction will be KSB for the continuity, right? We are on H4. The price has dropped here. So the direction of the buy is KSB on H4, like Kijun crossing above SSB. The entry will be on H4 on Kijun, the Kijun entry on H4. This is the entry, Kijun entry, Kijun H4. And now they take profit. Like that's where the continuity of what? That's the continuity of the daily Tenkan upside start. It start at the entry, H4 Kijun. Even if Tenkan is upside down, there is a correction because there is a V breaker daily. So you enter there, you enter at this level, on H4 at Kijun H4, because even if Tenkan is bended toward the downside on H4 like this, you enter there because daily we have broken this V breaker on daily. We have broken to the upside this V breaker, right? We have broken to the upside this V breaker on daily. And now the take profit on H4 will be the V breaker daily, first of all. So the take profit on H4 will be, first of all, the V breaker daily. So everything that is above the V breaker, every candle above the V breaker daily will be the take profit. But if you stay on H4, you can see the Tenkan hitting VRS. Like for example, if you stay on H4, you can see you entered here on Kijun H4. Okay. Now the price has went above the V breaker. But the thing is that to see that the take profit, it is the take profit on H4, you can draw a line on the wicks during the V breaker, on the V breaker there. You draw that line, you use that you can draw a rectangle. You use that rectangle to do what? To trap Tenkan. When Tenkan enter inside that rectangle, it is the Tenkan hitting VRS. When Tenkan enter inside that rectangle, you are basically at the end of this candle, and this candle will now be your take profit on H4. That's what I'm saying, that H4 Tenkan hitting VRS. So after that, you also have Tenkan inverted. After Tenkan set up 345, we didn't have a 345 setup of Tenkan. Or go down on H1 Tenkan reverse. We did it already. I showed you already. Now the reversal start where? The reversal start where on, and where does it stop? The reversal starts on H4 empty space or Tenkan inverted. This then they take profit on H4, right? But the reversal will also start at the same level on Tenkan empty space, on the empty space above Tenkan. So you can go there on 5 minutes and sell the inverted Tenkan. Why is it inverted, right? Inverted Tenkan, inverted. Or ticket cost. Start selling the inverted Tenkan or ticket cost there. So that's how we do it. Start selling the Tenkan inverted Tenkan or ticket cost there. That's what we do. And then the take profit will be Kijun H4. Obviously, it will be Kijun H4. As you see, the take profit, Kijun H4. Or it will be Tenkan H4 if Tenkan hasn't been touched more than 2 times. But at this level, Tenkan is already touched 1, 2 without any cost. This will be have the tree. The tree is also risky. It's not Ignore the price. So that's it. And then you go on So that was for the H1. You go on buy SSB to make gains on the ticket host volume. Let us say volume here. So let's now look at the Tenkan setup. Tenkan setup. The Tenkan setup on par daily. Tenkan setup. The Tenkan setup. Let us go on daily and see a Tenkan bending toward the upside. When we go on daily, we see Tenkan bending toward the upside. We see Tenkan bending toward the upside, first of all. And then let us take this Tenkan, this one. And then this one is the second Tenkan touch. So where do you enter for a buy? Where does the continuity start? The continuity start when it is the first Tenkan touch. Tenkan is bended toward the upside, right? The continuity will start on the first Tenkan touch or the second, like this one, okay? Then or the third Tenkan touch. Let's even take the third Tenkan touch. Touch is here. We'll be using the third Tenkan touch there. So, and the take profit will be, and the continuity will end at the V breaker daily or the take profit. So the continuity will end at this V breaker. Okay. So what are we seeing on H4? What are we seeing on H4 and H1 on this third Tenkan setup? What we are seeing on H4 is that we are seeing for this case H4 SSB for the continuity and the take profit Tenkan inverted. That's what we are seeing. H4 Tenkan inverted. Okay. So that will be for the upside movement. And what are we seeing on H1? On H1, we will be seeing, first of all, H1 Tenkan inverted and H1 SSA inverted for the continuity, and then the take profit will be always the same. Like this is a H1 SSA inverted, right? This H1 SSA inverted. So you will be buying there, and then the take profit will be just above the V breaker, always above the V breaker. The take profit is above the V breaker on the top side of the breaker. This one is not a take profit. Every candle below the V breaker are not take profits. Take profit are above the V breaker. Okay. So, and that's where you will see H1 Tenkan inverted. So now when you want to enter at the reversal, where does it start and where does it finish? The reversal on daily finish after the daily V breaker. So the reversal on daily starts after the daily V breakers. So at this level, so let's talk about the reversal. So the reversal, we had this Tenkan setup, not this one, this third Tenkan setup here, and then the V breaker daily was this. The reversal will start above the V breaker here for the sell, and it will end up on the take profit Kijun daily, but this one was daily Tenkan. Daily Tenkan is also a point. So it end up on daily Tenkan, even though it kept going down till even Kijun here. But daily Tenkan is also a point. So what are you seeing on H4? On H4, you are seeing something that will confirm the start of the reversal. What you are seeing on H4 is, first of all, the candle are on the empty space, right? And Tenkan inverted. That's what you are seeing on H4. Tenkan inverted, and the candles are on the empty space here. That's where you sell normally, and the take profit will be on SSB. So if you say H4, it will be H4 empty or Tenkan inverted, and the take profit will be H4 SSB. So what are you seeing then on H1? What you are seeing on H1 is that you are seeing H1 Tenkan inverted, yes, for the sell, for this sell, and take profit on the twist. It can be the twist or Tenkan inverted after KSB. So H1, so that's it. That's it, right? Now so now if we go to the H4 and you wanted to buy this, and you wanted to buy the continuity of this one. When you go on H4, right? If you wanted to buy this, you need to go toward the direction of the KSB crossing toward the upside. So now we still have KSB crossing toward the upside, right? And then the entry will be H4 Kijun. In this case, it was also actually H4 SSB. But other case, it will be H4 Kijun, H4 SSB, and the continuity will stop at on the V breaker daily. And on the V breaker daily, you will be seeing Tenkan inverted above. We have already saw that, like you entered here for a continuity toward the upside, all right? This is the V breaker daily. So any candle here is at the take profit. Maximum at the Tenkan inverted here. So you have a position this that looks like this, right? So now where does the reversal start? The reversal start on H4 Tenkan inverted after daily V breaker or after daily 345 V breaker. Stays on H4 and look for Tenkan 345 to sell on the V breaker. Or go to H1 and sell the inverted Tenkan. Okay. Anyway, H4 gives you this sell here, and then you aim the take profit on SSB. Okay. So that's what you see. So on H1, you always buy volumes. You buy Tenkan inverted to buy to earn volumes, to make gains on volumes. So in resume, like in summary, you resume in summary. There. In summary, when you are inside a daily zone Tenkan like this, what you see on H4 is SSB. What do you see on H1 is Tenkan inverted toward the upside, right? Tenkan inverted toward the upside. Okay, so let's do Tenkan inverted on daily. Let us look at the Tenkan inverted setup on daily. Let us first of all find the Tenkan inverted setup on daily. Let's take this setup. Let's take this Tenkan inverted setup, this one. Okay, I drew Tenkan just to have the border of it. So now I can just draw a rectangle this way. Okay, this is a Tenkan inverted setup. Okay. The direction of the Tenkan inverted setup, direction of the trade for continuity will be the direction of Tenkan bending toward the upside. That is given by the monthly setup, Tenkan of Kijun. Because at this level, if you go on monthly, you're gonna see that it is this setup, right? This one. It's this monthly setup. So the direction is given by the monthly setup toward the upside. And now, where does the continuity start? Continuity start at the touch of Tenkan, touch of daily Tenkan inverted. Okay. So you go on H1 and then you will see a Tenkan bending toward the upside. After a downtrend Tenkan, Tenkan, 1, 2, 3. So what you're gonna see here is a deep penetration on H1. That's what I tried to tell you the last time. You're gonna see on H1 a deep penetration. Look for example. You see how deep inside the zone H1 Tenkan, this H1 Tenkan going down like this before bending up here. You see how deep it goes inside the zone. It goes deep, deeper and deeper. That's the deep penetration. That's why I said that I told you that the bounce theory is about whether you flirt with the zone or you go deeper inside. So the two cases are inside the bound are valid. So you have inside the daily zone, you have the first Tenkan touch of on H1 toward the downside. So we keep penetrating the market, the setup toward the downside. You have the second Tenkan, right? Tenkan touch on H1. But all of them are happening inside a Tenkan inverted zone. So I'm saying that after this 1-2 touch, when you start seeing a Tenkan inverted on H1 like this, then you enter for a buy, right? Even if the penetration has went down, it may have make you think that this market will keep falling down, but it's not the case. It's just a deep penetration. The direction is toward the upside at this level. Then you buy here. So the continuity will end at the Kijun V breaker, at the Kijun daily with a V breaker. It can be a long move if it is not a monthly. If it is on a monthly setup that the entry has happened, you can leave until even KSB daily. What I mean there is that, right? The the take profit you go on. Let us go on daily to find a take profit for this case. On this case, the take profit, like where the continuity stops, is on this V breaker daily, right? So any candle above the V breaker daily here are take profit, especially at this level. So you can actually place a position this way. Okay, but now you can also, if it's a monthly setup, that's combined with monthly setup, you can also leave the trade go till up until there, right? You can leave the trade go up until there, like it will be a risk reward of 30, something like that. So, but in this trade would have been a little bit out because you have entered actually at the Tenkan inverted, but the retracement will have gone you out. But but if you don't put any stop loss, there are traders who don't put any stop loss. Your trade will fall necessarily go up till there. It's just a potential that I'm just showing you. But let us stay at this normal take profit. Now, um, on a take profit, what are you seeing on H1? On H1 is it will be obviously that you are just seeing you are clearly seeing a Tenkan inverted on it H1 there above after KSB. But on H4, what are you seeing during these pushes? During this continuity toward the upside, what I was seeing is the most important thing. So you see that on H4, the continuity H4 is on SSA, and then the end of the continuity is on after the V breaker daily, right? Or Tenkan inverted somewhere here. Anyway, so the reversal start when? The reversal start on daily SSA or daily Kijun, right? the reversal start on daily SSA or daily Kijun. So it start where it has ended. It start where it has ended. So this is the take profit, but at the same time, it's an entry for a reversal. So when you enter for a reversal at that level, where do you take the take profit? The take profit will be like the end of the take profit will be Alright, Tinkan daily, an uptrend Tinkan daily, an inverted Kijun daily. Okay. So you have this position like this. You're going to have this position like this one. Inverted Kijun daily. So that will be your take profit here, this setup. This will be your take profit. So what are you seeing on H4? What you are seeing on H4 is what you are seeing on H4 is for the entry, it's clearly Tenkan inverted. So H4 Tenkan inverted. And the take profit is H4 Tenkan inverted after KSB, right? Or Tenkan, or after Tenkan 345 bounce. So let's look at it. So you have the reversal sell here. So you see that on H4, you have this bounce, number one, this number two bounce, this third bounce, this number three, this number four, and this number five bounce, even six. You have like six bounces toward the downside. You have six bounces toward the downside. It's after the sixth bounce that your take profit is touched toward the downside. That is a little bit it. So let's go on H4 here. So if you want to sell, if you want to buy the continuity of the daily Tenkan inverted on H4, the direction would be the TK cost going up, the KSB going up, or Kijun going up. That would be for H4. You see, the direction is KSB going up, right? For H4 that you want to buy. Okay. The entry will be enter at SSA or Tenkan left Kobe, Tenkan SSA Kobe. Like you can even sometimes the price drop up until this SSA Kobe on the left. So that's also where you could have bought. So that's why I'm writing here the entry SSA Kobe on the left. And the take profit is for the end of the continuity is the V breaker above Kijun daily, yes, or the empty space or after the 345, like this one. So Tenkan has been touched here 1, 2 times. So this is the V breaker on 4 hour. So this empty space is a take profit, obviously. And then this are the same as at that same empty space you enter at the sell. That's where the reversal begins, right? And you can sell, by the way, at this level instead on H4 like this, and then on Tenkan inverted, and then the end of the reversal will be an H4 twist or Tenkan inverted after transition. Like when this price is going to the downside, when this price is going to the downside, right? Like you sold here. When you sold here, your take profit can be this twist at this level, this cloud twist there, just after the transition on H4. You take your take profit this way. So the role on H1 now, on H1, your role is always to buy to earn the volume, to earn the volume, right? The role or the H1 role is just to earn the volume, to anticipate and earn the volume. Right? For the sell, for example, for the buy and for the sell, same thing. For the buy on H1, you enter at Tenkana inverted here, just below here. You enter here, and then your take profit will be at the V breaker minimum there. After the V breaker, just above the V breaker. So above the V breaker, those are all the candles. So you earn your role is on H1 is to earn all of this volume KSB, all of this volume TK cross and even TK cross push there, but never take profit below a V breaker, always above the V breaker. That's the rule. That's the rule. Same thing for the sell. You have the whole KSB volume that you can earn. That's the whole on H1. That's how you actually anticipate, prepare yourself to buy and sell daily, daily and daily setups. That is the main goal. That's how you do it. So let's look at Tenkan now, at Kijun now. So let's look now at Kijun inverted. Kijun inverted will be the bounce of the buy and the Tenkan will be broken. So let's go on daily. The direction will be the direction of monthly Kijun toward the upside and KSB toward the upside. So we go on monthly, if we go on monthly, let's take this monthly. I want to just look at Kijun inverted. Okay, yeah, I have a Kijun inverted here on daily. Okay, so that's what I wanted to look at. I wanted a clear Kijun inverted, right? So this is a clear daily Kijun inverted. The direction is given by the monthly Kijun KSB toward the upside. So we will be buying because the KSB is still bullish. So this Kijun daily. The continuity toward the upside start at Kijun inverted daily, yes, and the take profit start the end of the continuity ends up at Tenkan daily crossing, like we cross above Tenkan daily, like we start here and then we cross above Tenkan daily, just somewhere like this, and or SSA or SSB, because the price often goes toward till SSB or V breaker above Kijun. Okay. Or this V breaker above Kijun. Exactly. So we also have SSA and SSB. So what is happening on H4 during that time? What you must see is that on H4, in that setup, what is happening is this. Okay. What's happening is this on H4. First of all, on H4, we are on H. So the continue start on H4 SSB, I think so. I see this. So when you are on Tenkan on Kijun inverted SS daily, H4 is on SSB. All right, that's what we see inside the setup. Now, and then the continuity finish where the continuity finish on H4. I'll just leave it like this. After V breaker, Kijun daily, right? It's the same thing. Now, the embedded Tenkan, the embedded the reversal start where on SSB daily. Okay, so let us look at SSB daily. But this SSB daily didn't even make any reversal. So for this one, it went all up until. So let us try to take in another one that is a little bit. Let's take another one. Anyway, it's okay. So anyway, on daily, I'll just do it like this. On daily, on daily, the reversal can start also at Tenkan inverted after yes big daily. Okay. Okay. And then the continuity, the reversal will stop at Tenkan daily if it is a complete reversal or a new ticket cross sell if it is a continuity. So so basically what I'm saying is that the price sees the price on daily start here on daily. The position start here on daily and close normally above Tenkan we start closing. Now after that the price can come back again and touch a daily Tenkan for a reversal. That's exactly what I'm saying inside this part. But I also gave the possibility that the price can go up to SSB, something like that. So on H4, what are we saying? On H4, we are seeing that the direction will be in the direction of the daily Kijun or in the direction of the ticket cost daily toward the upside, like the ticket cost daily toward the upside, yes. And the entry will be H4 SSB or H4 Tenkan inverted, but H4 SSB. It's true that we have a Tenkan inverted here, but like on H4, I have a Tenkan inverted here. So the H4 Tenkan inverted is bended toward the upside. That's what you see inside the zone of Kijun zone, Kijun inverted zone. And then the take profit will be a combination of SSA daily and and H4 emptiness. Like this was SSA daily, yeah. And at the same time, we are inside the empty point of H4. Or this was SSB daily. And at the same time, we are also inside the empty space. So now, I'm trying to look for a better example. Let's just take this Tenkan inverted, this Kijun inverted daily, this one on Bitcoin. You see that you can enter on this Kijun inverted on daily, and the take profit will be at the V breaker at this level on SSA. This will be your take profit, and that take profit will be also the entry for a sell. And you sell up until Kijun here at the bottom. So what you will be seeing on H4 will be for the entry throughout the stock to in the upside direction, you will enter at the SSB H4 like this SSB H4. That's where you can enter. And then the take profit will be above the V breaker. So somewhere there. So above the V breaker on the empty space. That represents the SSA daily. Exactly. And then the sell will be at the SSA daily and combined with plus with H4 emptiness. When I say V is actually empty. And the take profit on H4 will be for that cell will be for this one was if we sell there at the emptiness, like let us say start of Tenkan inverted, we had is a take profits at Tenkan inverted after KSV, something like that. I said yeah on H4, Tenkan Kobe left H4. For daily, I said empty daily at the bottom of the cloud coming from 3 months. Tenkan daily for continuity, daily SSA embedded. And H4 must be the take profit on H4 here has been around here on the twist looking left. But at that time we were on SSA embedded daily. So there is a combination between SSA embedded daily and SSA embedded there. So that's it. Tenkan is also it's always the same thing. You buy the move, the volume. You prepare to buy the volume. You are prepared to buy the volume. That is the idea. Like on H1, you literally buy Tenkan embedded, let the volume KSB go up above the V breaker. Same thing for the sell. So let us go for Kijun. Kijun setup. Kijun, which Kijun is this? Okay, I have 3 types of Kijuns. So the Kijun inverted in correction Position inverted in correction, Kijun broken, will be broke and below. Tenkan will be the buyer's rebound. What did I try to say there? Ah, okay, okay, I understand. So what happened is that, recording in progress. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that in daily, during the Kijun, okay, during the KSB, I think that is it. Okay, during the KSB, I meant okay, I think I have this one. I have this one during this period when Kijun go below SSB and the cost of ticket cost is they can goes above like during the KSB, I think during the KSB. Okay, at this moment. Okay, let me try to find where I look at it. Okay, we had the monthly setup Kijun bended toward the upside and KSB toward the upside on Kijun inverted daily. Entry on Kijun inverted daily or SSB or SSB because the price drops to a maximum SSB. Uh, First of all, we need to go on monthly setup, monthly Kijun. What's a monthly setup? This is a monthly Kijun. Now, where do I find my KSB with correction? Ticket posting correction. Because I feel like I have the same element, this element Kijun inverted. Wow, why do I have a little confusion? It's like this one and the one above, this setup and the setup above is the same thing. Why am I so confused? What's wrong? It's like crazy similar. It is exactly similar to a chi en fait. Is that right? The same. Did you just copy paste without making any difference? But this one below is completely new. You know what? Let me try to think a little bit 5 seconds. Because I have exactly the same model, and I should not have the same model. This model, ticket, like exactly the same model. I'm even confused with the colors. But I wanted to do this. I have Tenkan. I have the ticket cross below the cloud. So what I wanted to do is to identify every type of ticket cross. The ticket cross below the cloud and this ticket cross below the cloud because the cloud will be bended downward like this before going up. That will be SSA. So the cloud will be bended downward like this before going up. That will be SSB. So now at a certain moment, you have what we call Tenkan going when the price goes above the cloud. You have sometimes you have this Tenkan right going below Kijun, like creating the KSB, and then Kijun also creating a sort of KSB this way. And then after that, you have the price, the Kijun going up this way, right? And then the Tenkan going up, and then coming, going up, then coming back for the push this way. And then you have the push from this point. So my idea was to have Kijun inverted here, the Kijun inverted first of all below the cloud, Kijun KSB, but exactly at the point of SSB inverted, right? And then Kijun exactly here during the correction, Kijun in correction. I wanted to have the three of them. I thought this one was entering on daily on SSB inverted. SSB inverted. After the KSB. Like, why am I so confused like this? Uh, because I cannot be having three type of key. Like, you understand what I mean? Uh, yeah, somewhere here. I feel like somewhere like this. Somewhere at this level. But the problem is, I don't know. You know what? Let me leave that part. Let me continue directly on the next one. Let us continue here on Kijun. Let me leave that part. Let us get to this. I feel like they are very similar. They are very similar. Okay, let us look at the Kijun setup. The white space between Kijun and SSA is a very strong and underrated buying area. So, so when we go on daily, Let's go on daily H1 somewhere. Okay, you will see that any daily USD GPY, you will see that this buying space, this Kijun area between Tenkan, this between SSA and Kijun, this area is a very underrated area where people don't think that is even a cost. That's the between that's the KSA area, right? A KSS area or between Kijun and SSA area. Like that is a this KSA area hold a lot of buying power. It's very underrated because most of the time we will talk about buying on Tenkan, buying on Tenkan, buying on Tenkan, buying on Tenkan, right? Buying on Tenkan here. But this area has a lot of buying power because those are the last buys before the reversal, before it drops. Last buys before a final drop. It has a lot of purchasing power. If you are on daily, the direction of the trade for the continuity will be the guys be upward bending. So you will enter on Kijun, on Kijun daily. The entry is on Kijun daily, and the take profit that end the direction, that end the continuity will be on a V breaker daily or the MT after Tenkan, yeah, inverted. So on daily, right, the first buy, the buy is on a Kijun daily, okay? This Kijun daily here. So there's an entry for a buy. Then the take profit, the first take profit will be above Tenkan inverted. Obviously, because Tenkan inverted is still inverted to the downside. But we have another case here. This is also a Kijun entry for a purchase now. Now the take profit is now above Tenkan, but Tenkan bends in toward the upside. So this Tenkan bends in toward the upside. You see, like this one, this was Tenkan going up. Then you have also Kijun years too, but this Kijun is now breaking this V breaker above. So that's where the continuity ends. So the continuity ends above the V breaker daily, yes, or the MT just above Tenkan, just after Tenkan, obviously. Then you enter on a reversal sell on daily in the void above Tenkan after the V breaker. So you can enter on reversal here or enter on a reversal too. I can even say also just above Tenkan inverted. Yeah, above Tenkan inverted also, yeah. Also here, you enter on a reversal, obviously. Even here, obviously. Just above Tenkan is just already a reversal area. So that ends at Tenkan daily or Kijun daily. Like the take profit for so that's the entry for a sell, ES, ES also. But the take profit of a sell is on Tenkan daily or Kijun daily. This is also a take profit for, like this is a take profit for this sell, this is the take profit for this sell. And even this Kijun is a take profit for this sell, TP for the sell, right? So what you're gonna see on H4 will be what? What we're gonna see on H4 is that the direction of your trade will be toward KSB and KSB daily and KSB H4, and you will entry on SSB or Tenkan inverted. So if we go at that level on H4, like basically like this, let's go on H4. Let's go on H4, right? This is the first entry. Like here we can enter on. So let me drop some small boxes so that I can erase a lot of a lot of a lot of a lot of drawings. Those were the dailies, area where the price touched. Let me draw some small boxes. Now I can go and erase. So on H4, you can enter first of all, you will see what happened here. What happened here is that you have the Tenkan bending toward the downside of first one, second one, third one, right? Even fourth one. So after the fourth one who has broken this V breaker, then you can start buying from here on H4 or starting from the apparently Tenkan inverted toward the upside. Yeah. So let us say that we buy from this level, and then the take profit is just above SSB on SSB, right? Above SSB. Now during this now for the reversal of this one, you reverse on Tenkan inverted. The price will reverse on Tenkan inverted at this level. So that's where you can start selling for the reversal continuity, and the take profit will be yeah, it will be Tenkan inverted below the cloud too. Um, is that put Tenkan inverted? I wrote Tenkan copy left. Is this one Tenkan copy left? Yeah, it looks like Tenkan copy left because this area, right? This area here, if you draw a line, an horizontal line like this, it falls on the area where you need to take your profit. Yeah. So that's it also. So for the next one, the entry for a buy started instead of that Tenkan could be left to, or let's say Tenkan inverted because yeah. For the next one, the entry start also. Let us say that you buy here on H4, and then your take profit is on the empty space above. And then same scenario, just selling Tenkan inverted till SSB as a take profit. Okay, SSB inverted by the way. Then also this SSB inverted start being, so I will put here also H4 SSB inverted. So those are the potential, right? And on H1, we always buy the volume. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That is simply how you do it. That is clearly how you do it. So now, what you're gonna do is for the last one is obvious. I will not even try to do that. So we'll be that's a little bit what you see inside setups, closer to the setups, like inside setups. So let us go on H1 to try to look at what you see inside setups. Like this one, this setup flirted. They just raised the zone. They flirted with the zone. Right? This setup on H1. Tenkan did not get inside like crazy. Those buying setup, they just flirted with the zone, like with the wicks, just teasing, just raising. So that's a little bit what I was saying, with the setups, right? So now let's go to the for the SSA, then SSB. So when we are on daily, setup, like something crazy like this, on daily setup, what will happen is that we have a direction of daily SSA direction toward the upside daily. Okay, let us take this one. So the direction is daily KSB is toward the upside, right? So you buy on SSA daily, the take profit will be on Tenkan daily or Kijun daily. So Tenkan daily like this or Kijun daily, just a little bit above here, somewhere here, all right? That's the take profit. And the reversal will fall on Tenkan daily too. So that example doesn't feel right to me. So let me use another example that I can easily pick up the idea. Okay, I have one here. So let's take, for example, this one as an example. This SSA daily, right? If you buy here, your first take profit will be Tenkan because Tenkan is bended toward the downside. As soon as we touch the SSA is a deeper correction. Tenkan is then bended toward the downside. So that's your first take profit for this buy, right? Now that's your TP for the buy and also your entry for a sell. So when you enter for a sell here, your take profit now is SSB 2 on daily. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Tenkan daily entry, SSB daily as take profit. Now on H4, let us see how the price flirted with the zone or got inside. You see that on H4, you literally buy on the empty space below the V breaker here on H4, right? And then your take profit for the continuity toward the upside of will be SSA H4. Like you buy on the empty space, take profit on SSA. So this and then this one will be the entry for also a downtrend. So you have SSA the entry for like look what happened. What happened is something crazy. Something crazy. You need to understand that, right? Obviously on H1 you also buy volumes, right? You'll be earning in volumes. So what you need to understand is something simple. The direction was daily SSA. Yeah, daily. The main direction was the daily SSA direction toward the upside. I did not mention it. I did not emphasize on it. You know that SSA, by its nature, by its bending, give direction toward the upside. That's the direction. Because even if you take a downtrend SSA like this one, the direction is to the downside. That's all of what I wanted to mention about SSA. Let's do now wrap down to SSB now. So for SSB, uh, that is for a KSB bended toward the upside, the entry will be on SSB, the take profit will be on Kijun daily. So let's go on USD GPY. We have this SSB, right, as a setup. Now the direction will be the global ticket goes toward the upside, even though when the price arrives on SSB here, Kijun is already bended toward down, but the global volume is globally toward the upside. Okay, Kijun is still above SSB, so the volume is toward the upside at the level. So when you enter at this point, when you enter here, the take profit will be on Kijun daily, right? And then the reversal entry will be on Kijun daily too. Then it will also be a reversal entry on Kijun daily. And whereas your take profit will be SSB daily. Okay, those are the maximum. And what you will be seeing in H4 will be, what you will be seeing in H4 will be the direction of the continuity will be toward the daily KSB option, and then the entry will be on this entry has been done on Tenkan inside the TK cross. What? Okay, this entry has been done on Tenkan inverted H4. Even the empty space, I think so. Okay, empty. This is empty. So the empty the entry has been done throughout the empty till, let us say, Kijun also. Kijun is also a take profit. Or maximum, you let the trade cross the KSB cross here, and then you take your take profit. So then the reversal can be done. So let me try to take another SSB to do something to try to check my answers. If you take the SSB, this one, okay, we have the entry and then the take profit just on Kijun here. Hello, that is crazy good. Now, where will we buy? We're gonna buy on Tenkan inverted on H4. Tenkan inverted H4. You go and buy here. Tenkan inverted H4 on H4. Okay. Take profit on SSB, obviously. So SSB after SSB after Kijun or Tenkan inverted after KSB. Okay, yeah. That's also a take profit just there, and then you sell also the Tenkan inverted there. During the area of the KSB, and then the take profit will be on SSB. The take profit will just be there below. During the end of the KSB downward, right? Here we have a volume just right at this level. That is crazy. Okay. That's cool. That's nice. Okay, so I don't too much do the H1 because, like, obviously you already have the points about the volume, right? Should I repeat it more and more? You know that you can enter on Tenkan inverted or SSA inverted just to eat up the whole volume right here, right? You just need to be there on time. So now the transition during SSB inverted. I also wanted to do a transition during SSB inverted. Do I take this transition this 1 year? What's that about the transition? The transition is the direction is when weekly was rising and we had TK fat on weekly. Now TK is in the downward TK correction. So let's say that at this level, right, we had a weekly big ticket cross, right? Ticket was going to the upside, now ticket is going down. And the entry will be on Tenkan daily plus SSB inverted with SSB going out of the cloud. So when you go on daily at that level, what you're going to see is this entry, okay, this entry to the downside. The take profit will be the V breaker, the Kijun weekly, yeah, the Kijun weekly or the SSA weekly, the V breaker daily. Like this take profit, for example, this is a V breaker daily, for example. This one, this part was the take profit, and then you also have the time frame above that's also in on Kijun on weekly. So and then the buying will be on Tenkan inverted daily or daily empty space, just on a weekly SSA. I will even say on a weekly setup Kijun SSA space. I will call it like that. On weekly or SSA or space. So when you do that, this space between Kijun and SSA is a take profit zone, like what we are seeing now. Okay, and it's also an entry zone. So take profit, take profit zone and entry zone at the same time toward the buy for a buy. So when you go on H4, you buy at this level, stop loss. Or when you go on H4, is it S4? What? When you go on daily, buy inside the empty space on Tenkan inverted daily, and the take profit will be Tenkan daily or Kijun daily or SSA daily. So Tenkan daily, Kijun daily or SSA daily. So you buy inside this white space below the empty space, and then Kijun daily is your first take profit, obviously. Obviously, Kijun daily is your first take profit. So that's a little bit it. And what do you see on H4? What you see on H4 is for the pushes, Kijun inverted or Tenkan inverted here. So for the first of all, the main direction is a downside direction. So the continuity is a continuity toward the downside, like the reduction of weekly TK factor. So we first of all have this continuity toward the downside. So on H4, you can buy Tenkan when TK cross is going toward the downside like this till the V breaker. That's why I said KSB going down cross, and then you enter at Tenkan, right? At Tenkan. Sometime on a fresh ticket cross, something like that. And then take profit, Tenkan inverted upward. This is the take profit. Or the V breaker daily. Or even this, or V breaker daily. So the entry can be V breaker daily or this. Okay, Tenkan inverted upward for the reversal, and then take profit will be on SSA H4 or SSA inverted Tenkan after an uptrend. So you see that if you enter here, the take profit is just after KSB inverted Tenkan here, inverted Tenkan. So that's nice. So let me just wrap up with the conclusions. So the first conclusion is that if the price doesn't go up, then the price goes down. What do I mean about that? It means that if the price is going up like this, and then at this level, there is a Tenkan setup this way, right? If the price is going down, if the price is going down, going down, going down, going down, going down, if Tenkan is not yet touched, it means that this Tenkan is still going down. If Tenkan is not yet touched, this price is still going down. It's still going down. It's only when Tenkan is touched, then the price can go up. And when it is going up like this, it's not because the price has broken the V breaker that it will go down. No, directly. No. If it goes down, it just go down. If it goes up, it just go down. It just goes up. It keep going up, go up, go up, go up. It's not because uh you see a V breaker that the price must fall directly down as your wish. It can just keep going up, creating red pullback candles. So the idea is that in conclusion, if the price doesn't go up, it goes down. So it means that if the price hasn't yet touched Tenkan, if the price is at this level, it hasn't yet touched Tenkan, it means that we keep going down. Like, stop being afraid. If the price hasn't yet touched Tenkan, it means that it cannot go up now. The uptrend is not yet activated. So it will keep going down. Even the same thing here. Even the same thing here. If the price, if Tenkan hasn't come toward the upside like this and touch the wick to create the Vira S at this level, it means that if the Tenkan is not yet at this level, inside the wicks of this high, our Tenkan is just still below here. So this price can keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up as much as you want. Because if it's not your moment to turn back down, just keep going up, just keep going up. Don't be afraid to keep going up. That's a very good, very important conclusion. I'm telling you that because you start to realize there are some places on the market, on the chart where, for example, if you go to this level, if you go to up to this point, right? The price here broke this high. Okay. If you go on H4 at that level, you will have seen something about Tenkan hitting VRS. See this Tenkan hitting VRS here on these weeks. So when Tenkan entered inside these weeks, right? The candle that entered inside the week was basically this candle, right? And but the candle that broke this high, right, is this candle, right? So when this high has been broken, Tenkan was still down here. So it's not because you broke a high that you must sell directly. So the price should have done, kept going up, kept going up. It was not yet the time for the price to fall down, all up until this red candle. That was the first signal to fall down. So it keep going up because it's not yet the time for him to go down. It will be his time for him to go down when you will see Tenkan hitting Veras. So I say if the daily direction is the direction is toward the daily ticket cost, let us say upward, let's just say that. What am I saying there? I'm saying that what M50, M15 ne va monter que si on touche un setup H4. M15 will rise if you touch an H4 Tenkan H, a Tenkan H4. All right, that's exactly what I'm saying. You will see that if we are on H4 here, on this Tenkan H4, right, 15 minutes will rise to the upside unless if we don't yet touch a Tenkan H4. 15-minute time frame cannot go up. It's only when we touch Tenkan H4 that 15 minutes goes to the upside. Look, for example, at this level. If the price is still inside this red, at this above Tenkan, we don't even yet touch Tenkan. For example, at this level, we don't yet touch this level. The Tenkan, the 15 minute cannot go up. So need to wait to be touched at that level. So what happened is that so H1 will only rise if the daily setup Tenkan is touched. H4 will only rise if the weekly setup Tenkan is touched. Daily will only go up if the weekly, the monthly is Tenkan is touched. Weekly price will go up if the 3 months if the 3 month setup is touched. See, for example, the weekly. Let us do that with the weekly. This is a 3 month setup at this level. This is 3 month setup. Weekly cannot go up if 3 months is not touched. Because normally the weekly is going down, going down, going down, going down. If the weekly doesn't meet any CS2 going upward, like it doesn't meet any 3 month setup like this. This is 3 month, this is monthly, this is weekly. Like you do the CS2 going toward the upside, right? If the price on weekly doesn't meet any Tenkan setup on weekly, this price cannot go up. It's only when the TS2 is activated, like the price meet up with a setup Tenkan on 3 month, on 2 time frame above, that it can start going up. That is, it can start rising toward the upside. It's only at that level. That's the conclusion that I make. Even for the monthly cannot start going throughout the upside if the 6 month Tenkan is not touched. That's it. So conclusion also for the reversal is that always keep in mind at the same time the continuity and the reversal when you buy. It's a non-stop something. So the H1 reversal and H4 trigger a ticket. Okay, what I'm saying here is that the reversal on H1 and H4 will be triggered by a large ticket cause or a V breaker. That's very, 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 very clear. Very, very clear. Like that's the theory of the direction, right? As I didn't tell you, but this bounce theory is the first theory that I created out of all of those other theories. It's the first theory that I created. But when I had the enlightenment, at the moment that I had the enlightenment, after many observation and many meditation, chat meditation. Please, I don't want that. So I was saying that the reversal here cannot happen like this if you don't see a TK fact or many TK then can touch like this 1, 2, 3. If you don't see it, you cannot see any reversal. So you need to enter on 5-minute Tenkan inverted after a V breaker, obviously, for the reversal. That's the conclusion for a reversal. Let us say, for example, yeah, after this V breaker, you go and enter here on 5 minutes. We are on H4 now, but you go and enter on 5 minutes and you have a reversal. A reversal CS1, reversal if you sell the H4 setup on Tenkan third touch and the top of the V breaker, put the break even when the price hit Tenkan number 4. What I'm just saying is that if you are selling here, right, and the price touches Tenkan here, so just go and break even because If you don't go up break even, the price can still go up above you and then break you up. The Tenkan 4 setup week that breaks the Tenkan setup 3 must break his base. Okay, the Tenkan setup number 4 standard breaks the Tenkan setup number 3 must break its bottom in 15 minutes. The ticket cross must go downward after this break, otherwise setup 4 is a valid purchase in the Tenkan ticket cross is always upward. So what I mean there is that, right? If the price goes down like this, create this Tenkan number 4 because we had 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, right? The Tenkan, the price must break below the third touch for this downtrend, for this down movement to be a non-valid 4 touched, because here is the 4 touched. So on 15 minutes, you should see ticket cost going down below the line of the third touch of Tenkan number 3. That's all what I'm saying. To cancel the third setup. The market is rising. Tenkan 1 H1 is slanting upward, but the candle ain't reaching the Tenkan H1 inverted, so the price will skyrocket. What did I even say there? Le marché monte en Tenkan 1 s'incline vers le haut, les bougies ne touchent pas Tenkan 1. Alors le prix ne va pas s'envoler vers le haut. Okay, that is what? Wait. Okay, alors so that is this part is the part where I realized that sometimes the volume is too strong in H1 that Tenkan inverted is not even touched. Like when the volume is too strong on H1, Tenkan inverted is not touched. When you see Tenkan inverted not touched on H1 like this, just keep buying this with a lot of confidence, because you see, even here, Tenkan inverted has not been touched on H1. It means that this volume is strong to go to the downside. Same thing for the upside. When it is not touched, it's the confirmation that this Tenkan inverted is ready to go to the upside with confidence. Yes, obviously, pay attention on some case where it will go to the upside, but it will break you first a little bit down, because there is too much strong volume that even speculators and buyer and investor struggle to find a fit. So now the last conclusion is that on a setup for H4, on H4, sell the 1, 2, 3 penetration in TS2. So on H4, Kijun H4 going toward the upside, sell the penetration in 15-minute Tenkan, then buy the Tenkan inverted on 15 minutes. So what I'm saying there is something simple. Is something very simple. Is that, as I told you, there is two types. There's a flood, the rise of a setup, and there is also a deep penetration on inside a setup. For example, here you have a Kijun setup on H4 like this, right? What you're going to do is that you go on a on 15 minutes. You go on 15 minutes, right? This price, the price that you see here, is flirting a little bit with the Kijun zone on daily. So I'm saying that you keep selling this Tenkan all on 15 minutes, still you see a Tenkan inverted toward the upside on 15 minutes. If you don't see a Tenkan inverted, keep selling even here. You keep selling even this one. So you keep selling the penetration toward the downside until you see Tenkan inverted on the 15 minute going up. On the daily Kijun, sell the penetration on H1, the 1, 2, 3 penetration on H1, then buy Tenkan inverted. Same thing. It's the same thing that I'm saying here, right? It's the same thing that I'm saying here. So if Tenkan is still bended to the downside on 15 minutes, just sell the penetration until the Tenkan goes toward the upside. That's all for the bounce theory. So now let's look at the Zambe mode to be a god. To be a god, the Zambe mode theory for you to be a god in trading.